face brutal beating. But AJ also promises to finally resolve the long-term situation with Karen Angle.
Plus 2 qualifying matches for the King of the Mountain. It's the Cowboy James Storm against the War Machine Rhino. And Tonko takes on Christian Cage.
Team 3D guilty of involvement in that sick, distasteful beatdown of AJ Styles last week. Yes, along with Kurt Angle, Booker, and Tonko. But 3D also recently left their marks on LAX and Hector Guerrero. It was 2 weeks back. Brother Ray, Brother Devon attacked Guerrero at the Spanish broadcast table and left him a bloody mess. Then last week, 3D destroyed both Homicide and Hernandez, leaving LAX in a pool of their own blood. 3D will never forget how close they came to winning the TNA Tag Team titles from LAX at Sacrifice, and they have been on a mission of destruction ever since.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Yes, this man, Booker T, also had his fingerprints all over that revolting attack of AJ last week, but his change in attitude was really driven home by his actions back at Sacrifice. It started with the steel chair shots on both Christian Cage and Rhino. It escalated with the slap of Samoa Joe on Impact. And yes, last week that was a night when Booker qualified as one of the 4 King of the Mountain challengers when he won a qualifying match over AJ Styles thanks to Tonko's interference.
Well, you can see right there in the middle the alliance that Booker T and Team 3D have formed. They're just taking it to anybody and everybody that gets in their way.
You see, in this sport, guys like me, guys like my brother Devon, and guys like Booker T are referred to as the bad guys. We do bad things to good people. And we like it. Now, Tonko is in the back getting ready for his King of the Mountain qualifying match. And Kurt Angle is out in Hollywood filming his next project. So while they're tied up for a little bit right now, me, Devon, and Booker will be representing the bad guys. But I gotta ask you, are we really the bad guys? Or is it this man? Lower it.
Well, you can see Brother Ray pointing to the ceiling here at the Impact Zone, and something's being lowered, Don, above the ring.
Look at there. It's the image of the phenomenal AJ Styles, which of course is going to be part of the TriStar trading card set that comes out in June.
This is AJ Styles. And this is the new AJ Styles trading card in the Impact Series. Now, before I go any further, I must let you know that this card is soon to be a collector's item because nobody can find AJ Styles right now. But I gotta ask you, are we really the bad guys? Or is it this man? is a home wrecker. AJ Styles is an adulterer.
You can see Devon there pulling the card off of its base that was holding it up, and now, oh, look at him now, just disrespecting, standing on top of it.
Slept with Kurt Angle's wife.
You don't know that.
While Kurt's children were asleep in their beds. Now I ask you, are we bad or is he bad? Because people, this is as low as it gets.
There's no proof of those accusations.
Now, excuse me. It's obvious we have a failure of communications. I just want to let everyone know that I am royalty. And when I came to TNA, I promised to bring my presence and grace and bring TNA prominence. And I've done that. In turn, I was promised this and I was promised that. And I have received absolutely nothing. But I tell you what I was presented. I was presented a locker room that smelled of the stench of rodents. Rodents that has used it as a pissing playground.
It smelled like every single one of these people, Booker.
Now I ask you, is that any way to treat royalty? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the King of the Mountain, I will prove why I am simply the best. I will make all of you bow down and kiss my royal feet. Especially you, Joe. Especially you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Now, that brings us to Hector Guerrero. Hey now, hey, X.
Oh, that brings us to the Latin American Exchange, all right. As you see, Salinas leading the way. Homicide, Big Hernandez, yeah, and the legendary Hector Guerrero as well, all coming out to confront Booker T and Team 3D.
Órale, bola de marranos! I think you said enough, ese. I think you talk too much, ese. You know what, ese? You see, you can beat down a Guerrero and LAX, but for some chaotic reason, Vato, we just keep coming back, ese. Te voy a hablar en español si quieres, but let me tell you what Mr. Cornette said. You know what? He was gracious, and you know what? He gave us an opportunity with you boys at the Slammiversary. And you know what, Vatos? It's going to happen right there. But you know what? We've been discussing it. My boys and I, we've been discussing it. And you know what? Why put off tomorrow what we can do today? Órale, vatos, una madriza. Órale.